Yesterday I thought it'd be cool if my friends and I tried to learn how to skateboard, so I wanted to go all out. I wanted this to look like some shit out of Rocket Power, but what it ended up looking like was babies trying to learn how to take their first steps again. It was actually really fucking terrible, because all of us are in mid-20s now, which basically means we're like 80 years old. So we're all so afraid of injuring ourselves, it looks like garbage.
No kickflip.
But god damn it, we went all in. Got a fucking fisheye lens on the camera. We're planning to do some like ollies, kick flips, hard flips, manuals and shit. And well, you'll see the results.
Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Someone sent me this video today, and I was like, dude, Moist Critical is gonna have the most boring dog shit take about this James Charles video. Because I watched this in the kitchen like 2 hours ago. God, I was chanting. I was like, James Charles, James Charles. I love James Charles. He gets too much shit from guys like this. How much more fuckable is James Charles than Moist Critical? Look at that. It doesn't matter which way you swing. If you look this good, you can say whatever you want. Giving sleep paralysis, demon. Okay, Charles, yes. Dude, Moist Critical can take several seats. Trying to clock this queen. What is happening? It's like a fucking triangle. It's like a Chicago deep dish pizza on top of his fucking head. James Charles, oh, he already posted an apology? God damn, like Timmy Thick. Perfect. This motherfucker androgynous. James Charles was James Charles, James Charles is 25, texting a 17-year-old or whatever the numbers are. I mean, listen, are we going to blame him for... Okay, James Charles, 34, and he's texting a 16-year-old? Well, he looks 16. Clipped and deplatformed, debanked even for statements like that.
Sir, you wanted to see me?
Yes, I have an assignment for you. I'm afraid it's not a pleasant one.
Oh my God. Please tell me it's not.
Yes, it's...
Defending James Charles.
We both know that's impossible.
I'm counting on you.
I won't do it.
There's nobody else I trust.
What you're asking is insane.
I'm not asking.
It's a suicide mission.
Then prepare for death.
You've lost your mind.
This is a direct order, detective. Get in line.
I heard a name today that I haven't heard in many moons. Had me feeling like Robin Williams when he crawled out of Jumanji.
Okay. No full screen webcam if that's your tooth. Braces. You're not J. Cole. You're not that cute. You're not pulling it off. Your shit is fucked up. Worse than mine. I'm British. I never even noticed that before. And a haircut. Braces and a haircut. And let's fix the beard too. You guys are like, oh, it's mean to comment on people's appearances. It's relevant because this is who he's talking about. If you're gonna come at the queen looking a mess, looking raggedy, looking sorry, perhaps you should reconsider. Look, glam.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know,
with the curls in too? The great thing about James is you never know what look they will be serving next.
I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
snap, snap. I mean, is James wrong? Ruthless. Joe, you're gargling on it? Take a seat. You're the one watching me gargle on it.
What a yucky douchebag.
Moist Critical has been making YouTube videos now for 20 years.
You know, artist.
2 decades of sitting down and talking into a camera, and this is your command of the English language. This is the full capacity of your creative expression. Yucky douchebag.
You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
What a yucky douchebag. This is like cartoon villain level evil monologue here.
Yeah, and that's why it's fabulous. What's the deal? I thought we all liked when a gay guy got a little sassy. But for some reason that I don't fully understand, James Charles isn't allowed to eat down on some scrandom in his DMs?
Oh, no money, huh? No money? Bang, shrink ray. Now you're short too. Like that kind of thing.
What?
People tune in and watch this guy every day. Utterances of an absolute buffoon. They're hardly even coherent. And it's one thing, you're allowed to be stupid, but when you're going at somebody's throat and you're being a dumbass while doing it, this is an insult to our intelligence as a species that this guy is like the #1 YouTuber.
How many views? 783,429 views in 4 hours.
Cartoon villain level evil monologue here. Oh, no money, huh? No money? Bang, shrink ray. Now you're short too.
You gotta think, why would Charlie think, like, why would that be the first thing that would come to his mind? Oh yeah, because he's 5'6". Little projection, little guilty conscience there, perhaps?
It's so over the top, stinking, oozing assholery. I cannot believe his delusional mind thought this was a good idea or like a strong look or a worthwhile dunk to be punching down on someone who's already fallen on hard times after losing their job. And they reached out to you in this desperate situation because clearly they have an appreciation of you. So
What? Okay, fake news. Cut out parts of James Charles's video where James Charles says, "You don't even follow me. You've never DM'd me." So this scrotisnal scrandum who got laid off from Spirit Airlines DM'd James Charles with a GoFundMe link and it's like, "Can you please share or donate to me?" And James Charles is like, "Bitch, you don't even follow me. You've never given me any support. Why would you expect me to just send you money? You're copying and pasting this GoFundMe link to a bunch of random celebrities. It's called e-begging."
Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't.
Yes, James. Yes. Step on their necks. I am living for this.
A worthwhile dunk to be punching down on someone who's already fallen on hard times after losing their job.
He's miraculously accumulated the most gigantic group of insecure nincompoops on planet Earth who tune in every single day to be reminded, morally the equivalent, that Adolf Hitler was actually a negative influence on the world. Like, did we really require a 17-minute reaction video of the gay pedophile telling a person that they just got fired that they're a piece of shit? Like, how stupid do you have to be to actually glean any sense of satisfaction from being spoon-fed such an obvious conclusion? And the worst part is he's not even trying. It isn't even funny. It's not funny. He's not giving you the correct take, but then packaging it in a way that subverts your expectations in some way during the delivery. No, he's just one-to-one giving you his fully serious, angry reaction to this. It's like, how the fuck is this watchable?
Punching down on someone who's already fallen on hard times after losing their job. And they reached out to you in this desperate situation because clearly they have an appreciation of you.
No, they don't. They didn't even follow. They didn't even follow. Liar. 796 and counting right now. If I refresh this, it'll be up 100,000 views. Because somehow you're the Hitler of YouTube who has the entire platform's attention while you're spreading propaganda against James Charles, who, by the way, speaking of people who have it hard already, James has had it, nobody's been treated worse or more unfairly than sexy ass James Charles, than fuckable and suckable James Charles, something that you are not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, they threw the Hail Mary, seeing what happens. I doubt they were expecting this kind of response. Now, of course, there is always the chance that it is fraudulent. There are so many fake GoFundMes out there.
The part that was fraudulent was DMing a celebrity who you don't even follow in the first place. And why DM James Charles, known supervillain, for charity? What do you think is going to happen? He's going to make a banging TikTok out of it is what's going to happen. And then this guy is going to act like it's a fucking problem.
You could have just not responded. Like, that was also an option. You didn't need to come over here and start, like, spitting and dunking on him. Like, how dare you even message me asking for help? Are you out of your fucking mind?
If this was a guy that you, like, ran into at a party, if this guy was talking to you like this, you'd run away from him. Like, what is this hand movement? What the fuck is this, man?
Spitting and dunking on him. Like, how dare you even message me? I'm James Charles, goddammit. And is there anything ickier than someone that has a job like James Charles telling someone else to get a job, preaching that they need to get a job? Brother, this former Spirit Airlines worker is a 10 times harder worker and has done 10 times as much labor as you ever have.
Oh my God.
James Charles.
Dude, is this not the most tired, like, pandering, suck my audience's nutsack and this is why he's making this video. I'm Moist Critical. I get what it's like for you guys. I get it. I understand. Being James Charles is way easier than what you guys. Listen, James Charles is a business owner. James Charles is a gay business owner. And you're going to tell me that he didn't have to put in any work to run a gay business selling makeup? He's a man selling makeup. You don't think that's kind of difficult for him to pull off, Voice Critical? He's a man selling makeup. This guy, I think he actually copied James Charles' business model. Men don't wear makeup, right? So a man selling makeup doesn't make any sense. Moist Critical doesn't shower, so it doesn't make any sense for him to sell soap. Yet here we are. Moist Critical is now doing soy crates of soap in the same way that James Charles was slinging pallets. And you're gonna get on here after copying his entire business model and you're gonna throw a fucking fit? Fuck you. Look at these chuds, bro.
I got the Cheeky starter pack and this stuff is amazing. What they don't tell you is that I no longer have celebrity crushes. All celebrities have one crush on me. My favorite scent in the starter pack is actually lo-fi lavender.
You should watch James Charles videos. You should watch James Charles videos. You should watch James Charles videos. Look, all of these guys need to watch James Charles videos.
Guys, I gotta say thanks to Cheeky. No longer get kicked out of my local.
What do you think James Charles would say about this Moist Mogul's vertical stripe polo top made of entirely nylon? He would say, bitch, take that off. And then he would say, never mind, put it back on. Your body is repugnant. And James Charles would have every right to do so because James Charles looks like this. Me likey. How, obviously evil is James Charles? Do you have to respect it at some point or another? Oh my God. Speaking of liking and respecting it, I'm liking it and I'm looking respectfully. James Charles is a straight up pog.
I like white girls more better.
Okay.
He definitely had that shit installed though. You can always tell by looking at the thighs. James Charles is a big fake ass. Real shit, he'd be legit pressure if not for that fuck ass haircut.
Their career has been just farting out dog shit products and posting.
Oh, excuse me?
Bruh.
Excuse fucking me. Shitting out dog shit products. Your soap brand is called Cheeky. Cheeky soap. Touch grass. Lo-fi lavender. Imagine purchasing this stuff Imagine being such a directionless scrub that you actually buy lo-fi lavender from your favorite YouTuber. You know how they have to fashion chicken nuggets and vitamin gummies into the shapes of dinosaurs in order to get children to eat them? You have to put anime characters all over a bar of soap to get Moist Critical fans to take a fucking shower. Shouldn't this be illegal? Like this, doesn't this violate standards and practices somehow to put anime tits on soap? Like there's just things you don't do. Regardless of whether or not you like James Charles, which I do, the fact that Moist Critical has the nerve to sit there and accuse anyone else of selling dog shit products. He's got an entire website and clothing line dedicated to selling the most pornographically distasteful gaming and anime, sci-fi, e-commerce, esports crap. There's no passion, there's no vision for a brand. It's just symbols and Japanese text thrown onto fat guy clothing. This literally exists to make money. That's it. Okay, this is horrendous. Let's continue.
Cringe videos, and he couldn't even do that without also trying to sext minors.
Oh, are we still talking about this?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
This was 5 years ago. Has admitted sending sexually explicit message to two 16-year-old boys. I don't like that this guy is weaponizing it against him. Doesn't he have a chance to move on and improve as a person?
Oh my God, please tell me it's not.
Yes, it's...
All right, let's think about this for a second, okay? Yes, he texted 16-year-olds. We know that. But he stopped. It's not like he kept going. If you're into 16-year-old boys, you have any idea how hard it would be to not text them? That would be like asking you to not hate James Charles for texting the 16-year-old. These people can't do it. So it goes to show you, if the roles were reversed, they probably never would have stopped, which in this thought experiment makes them more guilty than James. If Moist Critical really wanted to get James Charles, he'd bring up this, remember when James Charles wore assless chaps to Coachella and had razor burns all over his crotch? Hello, this is way worse.
How dare you try and tell an actual hardworking American...
Oh, it's not related. So every time James Charles does something wrong, you're just gonna bring this up, Moist Critical? It's not like the reputation of pedophiles is that they don't work hard or something. It's a non sequitur. If anything, they have to work incredibly hard to conceal their secrets.
To go get a job as if you've done anything worthwhile and you've done like actual work.
Oh, okay. So now you want to talk about work?
You better work.
This is James Charles suspended from a helicopter over a flaming pool of water. He could have died for this shot. He put his life on the line. Mind you, this is where you and your sorry ass friend film yourselves eating Arby's. Ew. So no, Mini Jesus and Skinny Fat wouldn't get it, would they? Are you like, why are you gonna apologize for like being a YouTuber? Like this is the like self-hating YouTuber spiel. James Charles doesn't work hard. Look how good he looks. You don't think that takes any effort? Okay, he's Chuz there. James Chuz.
If I was a man.
You got the easiest fucking job in life. You got dealt a very lucky hand, bro. This is so...
Why are you saying it's lucky? You don't know what James Charles did. Look at his genuine contempt in his eye. Look, imagine getting this mad, genuinely being this upset at this guy. This is who he's popping off over epically. He's making a dunk video on this guy? You can see it from the front too. Fuck you.
Tasteless. It's so crude. Coming from James Charles of all people.
The situation has now gone super mega giga turbo viral. This edit of James Charles's video is like intertwined with poverty porn, and it has 4.2 million likes. Like, has anyone ever heard James Charles talk before?
Oh, please, you're so rich. Quit complaining. First of all, shut the up. Second of all,
Coachella 2025, worst dress list, James Charles and Julia Fox amongst stars who missed the mark during weekend one. If I look at you both and...
Rewind. I was on a worst dress list?
In this TikTok that's going insanely viral, he's kind of just doing a more amped up version of his usual routine. The point James Charles is making, that if you're in a desperate financial situation, DMing celebrities in mass a GoFundMe link, it's kind of a dumb fucking use of your time. That's the point that James Charles is making. Like, it has a 0.0001% chance of yielding anything.
Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit. And you're entitled.
Yes, yes.
And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you?
There's no way the word entitled just left his lips. Right? No, I must have misheard that. There's no way
There's no way James Charles just... My Moist Critical impression sounds more like James Charles than Moist Critical.
There's no way the word entitled just left his lips. Right? No, I must have misheard that. There's no way he said that. James Charles did. He didn't use that word against somebody else, did he? That had to be an audio glitch. I'm gonna assume that there's no way his vocal folds would even let the word entitled leave his lips.
He's like such a fucking dork. This is just cringe. It's cringe to even bear witness to this.
His vocal folds would even let the word entitled leave his lips. Oh my god, the lack of self-awareness would probably cause his fucking head to combust.
Imagine a scenario where you're at a party or something and there's a gay guy and there's a straight dude standing in his way and the gay guy goes, "Excuse me, bitch." The straight guy turns around and he goes, "What the f-?" Everyone would be like, whoa, dude, relax, he's allowed. That's supposed to be the collective reaction to a video like this, except everybody is dogpiling on this guy who just made a sassy comment. We're just levels of lacking self-awareness in the onion here, bro.
Oh my god, the lack of self-awareness would probably cause his fucking head to combust. So I'm not even gonna bother touching on that one, holy.
You just did! He just spent the last 3 minutes explaining how out of touch and entitled James Charles is and how a Spirit Airlines employee works so much harder than him. And then you start the bit again and then say, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Like, he just magically conjured up another 15 seconds of YouTube video by pretending the 3 minutes that preceded it never happened.
He really highlighted that this person doesn't follow him. Who gives a fuck? There's plenty of people that I watch their stuff and engage in their content with
my god, you're really doing this?
Following them on socials.
You're really doing this?
That's pretty normal, actually. I don't know why he's like spiteful about that. So then he's using that to say like, oh, you must have sent this to like 100 other celebrities. Based on what, man? You're just making an assumption. You're just taking a guess.
Dude, insane. What Charlie does here is so obviously wrong and dumb. Faults James Charles for making an assumption. The way that he disproves the assumption is by making another assumption. And by the way, the assumption that James Charles makes, because this lady didn't follow him, sent this link to a bunch of random celebrities, is a significantly more likely explanation than the one that Charlie supplies, and Charlie acts like James Charles is out of line. People like Moist Critical are literally postponing their logical faculties in an attempt to distort and manipulate this into looking as bad as possible for James fucking Charles. Imagine doing this for James Charles. He's already so easy to own, and you have to resort to these kinds of tactics? How the fuck, like, if I said something this stupid in a YouTube video, you'd all kill me. As a prolific and historied, committed hate watcher of Moist Critical, he said a lot of shit that I just thought was non-creative, boring, that really provides nothing to any, it doesn't stimulate anyone's view of the world. It doesn't challenge them in any way. It does really nothing whatsoever for society besides create background noise while they're playing with their balls, waiting for their Arby's Uber Eats to arrive.
What a yucky douchebag. This is like cartoon villain level evil monologue here.
Since this has all happened, the woman has come out and self-identified and has started posting videos where I personally find some of the information that she shares pretty interesting when it comes to corroborating or substantiating whose assumption is more likely to be correct.
I know another question on here is, do I accept his apology? So I'm just going to answer it right together. Hell no. I don't accept his apology, especially because he was very publicly with what he said.
So if this woman was actually a James Charles fan, she'd probably be aware of the fact that, first of all, he is literally makes fun of fat people.
When I call somebody fat and ugly and I get a warning on my account, you've lost your mind.
What was that video?
Block me then, fatty. Yeah.
And second of all, he hates poor people.
Oh, please, you're so rich. Quit complaining. First of all, shut the up.
So when you are a fat person and then you DM'd him asking for money and then you are somehow apparently shocked, obviously you're not a real fan. So I think my hypothesis from 1 second ago, which I recorded before I found this video, is correct, which is that James Charles clocked her shit immediately and was like, you sent this as a spam message to a bunch of celebrities, and then fucking Moist Critical created some elaborate obfuscation scheme to undermine what is a totally plausible explanation. So this woman's TikTok profile has become a fascinating social experiment where her GoFundMe is now at $42,000. And from what I understand, GoFundMe automatically, if you allow it to, automatically increases the donation goal, which seems a little odd because it's like, yeah, you're not going to turn off free money. What are you, insane? But at the same time, it's like a donation goal sort of implies that there is a reason that that number is set. So that number just keeps going up. What started to be $1,100 to cover like rent, gas, basic expenses is now set at $60,000. Unless she's living in the Faze house, this idea of a donation goal doesn't really make any sense anymore. This is now playing out in hilariously predictable fashion, which is the people that were so hell-bent on destroying James Charles are now policing what this woman is going to be doing with her essentially lottery winnings, once in a lifetime opportunity to profit off the fact that James Charles made fun of you. So now there's plenty of people in her comments that are making some sort of moral appeal and suggestion that now other people that work for Spirit Airlines are entitled to this money. In some way or another, I have to imagine James Charles is probably reading these comments with a smile on his face. You were 100% with this lady 5 minutes ago, but as soon as you saw that she's actually not destitute and struggling and miserable, you're like, well, she must now dilute all of her new money and distribute it so that she has only $1,000 in her bank account. Are any of the people commenting instructing this woman to give away $46,000? Would any of these people do the same thing? Of course not. Take the money and run.
Do I accept his apology? So I'm just gonna answer it right together.
There's now this financial incentive for this woman to maintain an appearance of like rage and indignation over James Charles's comments, being, I don't forgive him. And of course, why would she? Because the reason that people are donating money is not because they're sympathetic to her, it's because they hate James Charles. So if she actually said the truth, which is, dude, thank fucking God James Charles made that video, because now look at all this money I'm making, no, people would stop donating. So while I was looking around, watching videos about this, reading comments, I kept seeing GoFundMe's page over and over again. I was like, they're kind of like strangely enthusiastic about this, suspiciously so even. Like something about this comment really just is like milking it to me. We're reaching out today to make sure she gets the support she needs while navigating all this. Thanks for supporting. The video that they're commenting on is basically just dragging James Charles and saying the same thing that every other video says. It would appear as though GoFundMe has a vested interest in dramatizing and hamming this situation up as much as possible, because that drives more attention and traffic to their website. GoFundMe is a for-profit donation platform. Looks like their marketing strategy is agitating the public and catastrophizing this in order to make money. No matter what your opinion of James Charles is, to me, once a corporate entity starts getting involved and attempts to shape a narrative that is beneficial to them, it's a pretty good indication that perhaps it's an appropriate time to step back and analyze this situation critically and look who stands to gain from this. This is absurd.
They reached out to about it because they really admired you and thought that maybe you could be that helping hand.
But listen to how how much creative freedom Charlie is willing to grant himself, how much magical thinking is involved when it comes to attacking this guy.
I don't know how out of touch you are with reality and what's going on in the world around you. It doesn't happen lickety-split like that. So in the meantime, they are out income. And I imagine as a Spirit Airlines employee, they weren't
This is so cool too. This dude telling James Charles how out of touch he is with reality. Are we looking at the same thing right now? Are we all looking at the guy with a room full of toys and a claw machine and goof juice, probably his aspartame energy drink that lowers your sperm count and testosterone. Figurines. I love figurines. Oh, I love stuff. Guys, look. You guys look. I love franchises. If there's anything this guy loves, it's franchises.
You're literally sitting in a room with nothing but objects that represent fantasy. Like you're in a room of make-believe. And also, how tired is everybody hearing about how like a celebrity is delusional or out of touch? If I have to watch another like commentary video or one of those like comedians are cringe compilation guys go, Bert Kreischer is literally so out of touch. It's like, I don't fucking get, like, you guys are out of touch for thinking that this is still fucking interesting. Everyone that is worth talking about is worth talking about because they're delusional. Good, I'm glad they're delusional because they're more interesting than the people that are calling them delusional, for fuck's sake. And for some reason, everyone's pretending like that's not true.
I imagine as a Spirit Airlines employee, they weren't rolling in dough, able to afford fucking mansions and stuff. They're probably wondering where next month's rent is going to come from in the meantime.
Operative word in that sentence being, I would imagine somebody who doesn't own a mansion is probably thinking this.
Where next month's rent is going to come from in the meantime in between jobs. So they reached out to you in the interim. That would be my guess.
No fucking shit, dude. James Charles's point is it's a stupid idea. How is that like, how are we 5 minutes and 40 seconds into the video and you're like summarizing the whole dispute, which we've all been apprised of at this point now?
You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God. Welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied.
Oh, I love James Charles. He just lied about all of that. He didn't think that anyone would find out what this lady looked like. He went to her profile and then just told a white lie, literally.
Why would I fucking help you?
What is Dr. Doofenshmirtz even crashing out about at this point?
My favorite is when he has his written banger and it just doesn't roll off the tongue. That's always something I've thought was funny about Moist Critical's videos, is how clunky. He's really not an eloquent speaker. What is Dr. Doofenshmirtz even crashing out about at this point?
You're trying to tell someone else how the real world functions when you yourself haven't been a member of the real world in like a fucking decade.
Neither have you, girl. So sit the fuck down, drink your goof juice, and mind your fucking business.
Yet you're over here lecturing.
What's the point in being Moist Critical's height if he's not gonna get an ass implant?
It's absurd, bro. You couldn't write someone this out of touch and this unlikable. He's like the Starbucks CEO about the $9 coffee and the premium experience, but wrapped up in like an insufferable asshole influencer.
It's kind of unbelievable that this guy has such a pristine reputation on the internet. When he makes these like takedown videos, they're not creative. Like, he doesn't do any research. He certainly doesn't, find a funny spin on anything. He's sort of just like calls people a piece of shit over and over again while he's legitimately upset with like Chungus Marvel references. Does this guy not kind of like strike anybody as being a little off? Like, isn't he a little weird the way that he behaves?
I can at least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies.
Stop trying to make jokes.
Moisty is really reminding me of somebody, right? Oh, fuck. It's the fucking doorbell guy. That's who I was thinking of this entire time. Comparing Moist Critical to this guy, super obvious. But like in this particular Moist Critical video, where he's like enraged in the most cringe fucking way possible. I guarantee you this guy's off the goof juice.
Stop trying to make jokes. Like, actually, just please stop trying to make jokes, James. Put the kibosh on it right now. It's miserable listening to him try and inject humor into anything.
This bitch, you lost your fucking job? Oh! What are we gonna do? Nothing!
He's literally 1,000 times funnier than you, man.
Hey, pal. You just blow in from Stupid Town? He really thought he cooked with this rant. So...
He sounds like a black guy making fun of a white guy. Hey, pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town? You really thought you cooked with this one? What the fuck?
I could at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you.
The impression here is that the only people in the world he cares about are people that, like, mindlessly support him through thick and thin forever. Here's a trillion DMs.
Oh my god.
Okay, now I care about you. So maybe if you had, like, a genetic disease where you were dying and you were about to just kick the bucket, I might consider spitting on you if you were on fire. I might, because you've proven that you're a fan. And those are the only people I care about. Those are the only human beings to me, are the fans. Then I would have cared.
Funnily enough, 3 days ago, Tana Mongeau made the same exact point in a 5-minute TikTok.
The fact that he was like, she doesn't even follow me. What? Someone has to be a fan to deserve what is a penny to you? Someone has to be a shish star for you to give them what is literally a penny to you?
Effectively, what James Charles is saying is, where is the line? If you give every single person money in your DMs, you don't have any more money. So there has to be some sort of logic or connective tissue that would motivate you to give somebody money who is asking for it. So it kind of makes sense what he's saying, whether you like it or not, that yeah, if somebody was a longtime fan with like a terminal illness or some sort of rare disease was the example used, then yeah, you'd give them money. Now these two are pretending like this is an absurd thing to say, and they're also using it to basically say, James Charles doesn't even think that you're a human. Maybe he doesn't, but you can't glean that from what he said. They're deliberately misinterpreting it. Additionally, I don't even think what James Charles said actually falls outside of either of these two people's beliefs. We'll get to Tana in a second, but regarding Charlie, who has had a relatively charitable reputation on the internet, even the way that he donates money is typically related to something that he is personally interested in. By that same logic, it doesn't make any sense to call James Charles an asshole for being like, why the fuck would I donate to people who don't even really watch my shit? Feigning ignorance like this is a very effective strategy for drumming up support for yourself. Why would I give money to people that aren't my fans? The people that are going to be most pissed off by that are people that are not James Charles's fans. So if you tell a bunch of people that James Charles thinks you're a subhuman if you don't like him, then all the people that don't like him already are gonna be twice as pissed. So Tana is so desperate to leverage this James Charles drama into positive PR for herself that she actually starts advocating for communism.
I live under the firm belief that we as influencers do owe the people who watch us and our fans and just people in general our money.
Is there a fixed percentage of your money that you automatically distribute to your fans or just random people? I have yet to receive my Tana Mongeau is rich check in the mail. I mean, this is so obviously bullshit, but it's not even the end of it.
I have had a lot of curtains pulled back on things that I did not really know about before. One of them obviously being the exorbitant amounts of money that these influencers make for certain things. And I was speaking to a lot of people who have invested in these big influencer brands, and I was kind of finding out like a lot of tea on who does what and makes what and whatever, right? But what I found out as the common denominator across all of these meetings was that makeup is by far the most profitable IP. by a literal landslide. It takes $1 or less to make an eyeshadow cream. And then the eyeshadow cream is turned around and sold for $30. Under $2 to make a blush. And then the blush is turned around and sold for X, right? Those profit margins are so high.
So her point here is that James Charles is making a lot of money by selling beauty products to his fans. So she's highlighting the fact that he is becoming incredibly rich from the people that support him. I guess she's implying that this is a bad thing or even immoral in some way. While recording herself telling her fans this, she is literally wearing a face mask that she plugs on her TikTok page and sells directly through the TikTok shop, where you can see in the bottom left, 15% commission. The only difference between Tana Mongeau and James Charles is that literally Tana Mongeau is mask on and James Charles went mask off. And he told you what you should already know, which is that we don't give a fuck about you. You know, at least from that perspective, James Charles is admirable in some sense because you can kind of trust what he says. Even though he's a piece of shit, he's honest about being a piece of shit.
In the time it took him to film, edit, watch back, and post that asinine TikTok, he realistically made 400x what that girl was asking him for. I think she was asking for $1,500. That in the retrospect to what he makes is equivalent to like a penny for him.
First of all, that's not what retrospect means. I think she was asking for $1,600 actually. And if James Charles, you know, let's just say that that video took him 5 minutes to record and then edit and upload. You know, if he makes 400 times $1,600 every 5 minutes, then that would mean that he makes roughly around $67 billion per year, which is, of course, a completely ludicrous sum and estimation. However, you know, the more important point here is that once you get involved in this convoluted game of kissing your fans' asses, you gotta be kind of shrewd to swim in these waters, and Tana Mongeau didn't even have the good sense to take off the fucking face mask that she sells. So it's like, if all of your fans work harder than you and deserve your money more than you, these are the words of Tana and Moist Critical, then give it all away. Give all of it away. If James Charles is wrong, if what he's saying is wrong, give away all of your money. Naturally, I thought it was a little weird that, you know, once James Charles fucks up, then all of a sudden everybody on the fucking internet is some sort of philanthropist with any money. So I decided to look up Tana Mongeau philanthropy, give her the benefit of the doubt, and the #1 result on Google is Tana's incredibly sketchy charity, and how I almost went crazy looking at tax returns. Another unhinged deep dive. This is like a 7-part investigative post that highlights just some of the ways that Tana has scammed her fans. They literally call her Tana the Scammer. If Tana is trying to turn a new leaf or whatever, then fine, but going after James Charles for not handing out money, you're the last person who should be doing that, who evidently has a history of taking money from their fans.
I have been genuinely living in rage about this. Just my thoughts on people hoarding wealth. Just know that he is over there printing money, and it's so deeply unsettling to me too that no matter how many unfollows happen or anything that happens, he has already hoarded enough wealth that even if he got off of the internet tomorrow, he could invest that, he could do whatever. He will always be wealthy.
Living in rage. Yeah, okay, sure, buddy. You're like living in luxury. I've been living in luxury about this. Try to guess how many bathrooms are in Tana Mongeau's house. Fucking 7. 7 bathrooms. I mean, I'm sorry, what's the difference between bathroom hoarding and wealth hoarding? Kind of seems like the same thing to me. $4.75 million house. Oh my God. And the best part is it's on Karen Drive. It's amazing, honestly, because of course I'm joking about supporting James Charles. I don't give a fuck about James Charles, no matter how hot he is. To be given such an easy W, but somehow come off looking worse than the guy you're covering, it's insane. We're all sitting in here And we're actually rooting for James Charles. That's how badly you suck.
By the way, worth reminding you, there's nothing that says that she wasn't a fan, by the way, James, just because she didn't follow you or DM you before. What an awful...
What is that? What is he doing?
An awful perspective to have on people, huh? Again.
Huh? What do you mean, huh? You're not his dad. Yeah, tough guy alert. Does it not feel to you guys like he oversteps his bounds multiple times in this video?
You could have just not said anything about it.
You already said that, actually.
You don't work hard, and you are not in the real world.
Oh, shut
up. Get real. It rarely happens overnight, especially currently.
You already said this. Literally, he said all of this already.
So in the meantime, having no income is scary and detrimental to actual working people, James.
Oh my God. Do you think James Charles doesn't know that? You dumb fuck. Do you think James Charles doesn't realize that not having money is bad?
Most average workers can't just coast off of poop.
Oh my God, dude. We know, man. We know. We all know. Poop they shat out. No more potty humor from you, dude.
Years ago, like you can.
Like if your beard is this sloppy and fucked up, no poop jokes, man. The word poop doesn't look good coming out of your poopy mouth. If you have a poopy mouth, you're not allowed to use the word poop disparagingly because you're a big human poop.
Just collecting paychecks off of the trash that you've peddled over the years passively. So in the meantime, they made this GoFundMe, they reached out to you, and then you had this ballistic response to it.
Yeah, we know. That's the 5th time you've fucking explained the situation.
And James did get dunked on for it, so he made an apology video.
This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had
I forgive you.
The choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it.
Put a shirt on.
Do not ever. I've seen you get in front of the camera with sopping wet hair before. Who are you to tell James Charles how to present?
Put a shirt on. You don't need to get into formal attire, not asking you to put a suit and tie on.
Oh my God.
But did you do the
you're dragging it. You're dragging it, bro.
bare minimum of at least putting on clothes? Why?
He's being vulnerable with us. He's being vulnerable. What don't you understand?
Why are you filming this video half awake in your hotel bed after a night of binge drinking and meth smoking? Like,
whoa, defamatory much. This was such a shocking, bizarre, random thing to say.
Binge drinking and meth smoking, like, whoa!
If I were going to try to frame Moist Critical for this, I would say that because this isn't in reference to anything, as a viewer, you have to draw your own conclusions. Binge drinking and meth smoking, is this because James Charles is gay? Is this just a homophobic comment? Basically, implying that he must live a degenerate lifestyle because of his sexuality? I actually think that if you were really listening to Moist Critical and his videos, that would be the most logical conclusion to come to, because this is just baseless and related to absolutely nothing. Now, what I think is really going on here is significantly worse. He's so lazy and shit at his job, and he doesn't care what he puts in his videos in the slightest. He just has these dumb fucking boomer moments and then just puts them on YouTube anyway, because no one actually listens to what this guy's actually saying.
You couldn't just do at least a tad bit more?
Like, seriously? You're not even gonna put on a shirt? Like, you're being rude to us right now. What were you, drinking alcohol? It's like, that's what you came up with? You fucking dork? That's what you came up with, opone him?
Why do I have to watch you shirtless here fucking like sleepwalk through your response?
Sleepwalk? He's speaking much more articulately and concisely than you, who turned this into a 17-minute video and is repeating the same fucking point over and over again. Check comments, they're all gonna be sucking his ass. Like, if the worker was a 50-year-old boy, he would have made him his personal assistant. Okay, that's how you write a joke.
Bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know.
Ooh, I know.
I was thinking in my head is like James Charles should just tell everyone to fuck off and never apologize. That's an L-fold. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. But then again, I'm like, is it not really like the truly evil thing to do to phone in an apology? But I do forgive James Charles for that specific infraction.
I know. Pick me. I've got my hand raised. I know. It's because you are...
Look at him. Ew. This is going to be tough to hear, but I'm about to tell you that James Charles is a bad guy. Oh, wow, dude. Brave.
I know. Pick me. I've got my hand raised. I know. It's because you are an egomaniac. It's because...
Oh my God. Is he not getting more cringe?
It's because you are an egomaniac. It's because you are a self-centered, self-absorbed, narcissistic piece of shit, bro. That's why you did it. You thought that you were above this.
How dare you say these things to him? Self-absorbed, narcissistic piece of shit. You think you can just get away with saying these things to people?
Hard work, when you yourself are not the product of hard work. It was all a pile of dog shit, and you let your mask slip so people get to see even more about the real you, James. This is the real you.
All right, that's it. I don't have anything else to say about shitty Moist Infidel and his shitty commentary and his shitty fucking opinions. Leave a like and subscribe to me if you're Team James for more James Charles defense videos. Thank you for watching. I love you very much.